Hello friends, today we will discuss MCQs on monopoly and price discrimination. Question number: in monopoly market, the demand curve is A perfectly elastic, B perfectly inelastic, C downward sloping, and D horizontal. Answer is C downward sloping. Why? Monopolist is the sole seller, so it faces downward sloping market demand curve. Question number 2. In the long run, a monopolist can earn A. Only normal profit, B. Only losses, C. Supernormal profits or normal profits, D. No profit. Answer is C. Supernormal profits or normal profits. Because it is all due to barriers to entry, a monopolist can maintain supernormal profits in the long run. Question number 3. Price discrimination is possible when A. The market is perfectly competitive. B. The elasticity of demand is same in all markets. C. The elasticity of demand differs across markets. Goods are homogeneous. Answer is C. The elasticity of demand differs across markets. Because different price elasticities in different markets enable the seller to charge different prices. Question number 4. Which of the following is not a condition for price discrimination? A. Seller has some control over price. B. Consumer can resell the product. C. Markets can be segmented. D. Different elasticities of demand. Answer is B. Consumer can resell the product. If consumers can resell the product, arbitrage will prevent price discrimination. Question number 5. Third degree price discrimination is based on A. Product versioning, B. Income levels, C. Consumer location or group, D. Time of purchase. Answer is C. Consumer location or group. Third degree price discrimination divides consumers into groups like students, seniors, based on demand elasticity. Question number 6. Under monopoly, marginal revenue is A. Equal to price, B. Greater than price, C. Less than price, D. Zero. Answer is C. Since the monopolist must lower price to sell more, therefore, question number 7. Which of the following is an example of first degree price discrimination? A. Movie tickets with student discount. B. Bargaining in a local market. C. Peak versus off-peak pricing. D. Export pricing. Answer is B. Bargaining in a local market. In first degree price discrimination, each consumer is charged their maximum willingness to pay. Question number 8. A monopolist maximizes profit where marginal, B. Marginal, C. Marginal, D. Total. Answer is B. That is marginal because profit is maximized where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. Question number 9. In perfect price discrimination, the consumer surplus is A. Zero, B. Infinite, C. Maximum, D. Minimum but positive. Answer is A. Zero. Because in perfect or first degree price discrimination, the monopolist captures all the surplus. Question number 10. Deadweight loss under monopoly arises because A. Output is less than socially optimal. B. Price equals marginal cost. C. There is excess supply. D. Demand is perfectly elastic. Answer is A. Output is less than socially optimal. Explanation is that monopolist produces less than efficient output, causing a deadweight loss. Question number 11. A natural monopoly occurs when A. There are many firms. B. Long run average cost is rising. C. There are diseconomies of scale. D. One firm can supply the entire market at lower cost. Answer is D. That is, one firm can supply the entire market at lower cost. In a natural monopoly, economies of scale make single firm production most efficient. Question number 12. Which is not true for a monopolist? A. He faces a downward sloping demand curve. B. Price is equal to marginal revenue. C. Can influence market price. D. Can earn long run profits. Answer is B. Price is equal to marginal revenue. For a monopolist, if price is greater than marginal revenue, unlike perfect competition, monopolist always charges higher price. Question number 13. Price discrimination increases A. Total cost, B. Deadweight loss, C. Consumer surplus, D. Producer surplus. Answer is D. Price discrimination helps monopolists to capture more consumer surplus, increasing producer surplus. Question number 14. A monopolist will not price discriminate if there is high transaction cost, B. Products are heterogeneous, C. Demand elasticity is different, market is segmented. Answer is A. There is high transaction cost. Because high transaction or enforcement cost can make price discrimination unprofitable. Question number 15. Second degree price discrimination depends on A. Customer's identity, B. Quantity purchase, C. Customer's location, and D. Age or gender. Answer is B. Quantity purchased. In second degree discrimination, prices vary with quantity purchased. For example, bulk discounts.